Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning back in. I'm so excited to have this look up for you guys. This is just kind of a cranberry smoky eye, super easy to achieve. I wear this look at least once a week. It's really fun, something different. It's got a little bit of color but not too much, so if you kind of want to experiment a little bit but you don't want to be too crazy, it's a great look for you. I really hope you all enjoy. I answered some of your questions that you had for me on Instagram today. I really just wanted this to be a more relaxed video so you all can get to know me a little bit better. So I hope you all enjoy. Thank you so much, like I said, for tuning back in. And if you want to see how I got this look, then keep on watching. Guys, so I am just going to go ahead and jump right into it. I went ahead and I prepped my skin with my Boscia hydration gel, and I put on my foundation and brows, and I prepped my eyes for eyeshadow. I think I'm going to do kind of like a cranberry smoky eye kind of look today, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to be going in with the this Sigma fluffy brush that I always use for my transition color, and I'm using the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to go in with this kind of like taupe color just as a transition shade, like I said. I'm just gonna buff that all through my crease, and usually you all will see me doing my eyes before I do my foundation, but I just figured I would skip a step today since we're doing a talk through. I don't want this to be like forever long. And I did ask some questions on Instagram, or not, I didn't ask some questions. I had you all ask me questions on Instagram, just kind of so I could, you know, let you get to know me a little bit. So I'll pull those up here, and yeah. So I just buffed that color in my crease, like I said, and I like to go over my transition shade a lot, because I really, if your transition shade is not blended, then nothing else will look blended. Blend the crap out of that transition shade. So first question was, how tall are you? And I'm 5'2", and not so happy about it. I really wish that was taller. That's like one of my things. I'm like, if I could be like 5'5", that would be perfect. My sisters are 5'5". My little sister is 13 and taller than me. It's giving me a little bit of a complex, but it's fine. It's fine. If that's the worst thing that happens in my life, I'll be okay. And then I'm going in with this kind of orange cranberry color here. And I'm going to pop that right in my crease and then on my outer corner. And I do want to focus most of the product on my the outside of my eye. I wanted to keep this all pretty bare right now, like my lid and everything, because I'm going to go over that with a different color. So anyways, just buffing this in my crease and outer corner here. And I am taking this in a little bit further on my corner than I normally go, because I'm doing like a darker lid today, so everything's going to be very smoked out. And I'm not going to use any shimmer, which is kind of crazy. Actually, I take that back. I might use shimmer. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. So the next question was cats or dogs, and dogs. That's not even a question. Dogs all the way. I'm actually allergic to cats, so it's not really even an option for me. It's not that I don't really like cats, but they make my eyes swell up, so that's kind of an issue. And I don't know, I'm just more of a dog person. I am that person that if you're walking past with your dog and you don't let me pet him, we're going to have a serious problem. And then it was, do you have any pets? And I do. I have a dog named Steve, and he is literally the best little guy ever. I love him. He actually lives with my parents, but we have split custody. I take him about like twice a week, and he's here for Connor and I, so So whenever you all see him on my story, he doesn't actually live with me. He just visits. He has little weekend getaways with us. So yeah, I'm just kind of buffing this. Like I said, I'm having a pretty heavy hand with this because I want this to be a really bold look. Alright, so I'm just going back in right now with my blending brush and making all of this is kind of making sure all of this is kind of seamless and doesn't have any harsh lines or anything. So I just blended that. So I'm just going back in with this fluffy brush and just putting another coat of that same color, just kind of brightening it back up because it did kind of fade out when I went over it with just the blending brush with no product on it. And so like I said, I want this to be very bold. How did you and your fiance meet? We met in high school. I was 13 when I met him. No, I was 14. I was 14 when we met. And I remember the first time he came over to my house, he sat and watched, actually hang on a second. So I'm going in with this darker cranberry color. Kind of got like a purpley undertone to it. But he came over to my house, and that was the first time that I met him. And he watched Toddlers and Tiaras with me. And then I was like, okay, this guy's cool. Like, he's just sitting and watching this terrible show with me. And we hit it off right away, and we talked the entire time. There was no awkwardness. Like, you know, like when you first like, especially when you're a teenager. I mean, we were 14 and 15 years old. You know, you're already so awkward, and we didn't really have, I didn't feel like we had like those kind of awkward pauses or anything. Like, we just hit it off right away. And then somebody else asked when we are getting married, and we are getting married next May, so a year from this May 31st. No idea. Everybody keeps asking me what I'm doing for this, what I'm doing for that, and we are all over the place. I'm a terrible planner, so this is going to be an interesting adventure for me planning a wedding. And then I'm going to go in, I know I said I wasn't going to do any shimmers, but I think I'm going to do this kind of like cranberry shimmer actually. It's really pretty. Like I said, I wanted my lids to be dark as well. I want this to just be really dark, really smoky. So I'm going to go in with my flat brush and taking that kind of cranberry color and putting that right on my lid here. Favorite YouTubers. My favorite YouTubers are probably Desi Perkins. She's one of my favorites. And then Lester Luck. And then I love Mallory Irvin. She's super southern and just so cute. I actually just discovered her and I love all of her videos. She does more of like vlogs. She's not as much of a makeup. She does really good makeup, but she's more of like a vlogger. And then I watch Jess Southern. She's a celebrity makeup artist. I love her. So yeah, those are probably like my top people. Okay, so now that I have that on my lid, I'm actually gonna go back in with a more dense brush from Morphe, and I'm gonna use kind of like a chocolatey brown color. And I'm just gonna put that on like my outer corner here, and really I'm gonna keep my eye open and just kind of define my eyes a little bit so they don't get lost with this color, because like I said, the colors are very similar to each other, so I want there to be a little bit of dimension in there. So I'm just popping this through my crease. I'm not going all the way up through my crease, just kind of on this outer corner here. And blending that. Are those your babies that are always in your Instagram stories? Those are not my babies. Those are my sister's babies, and they're the sweetest little nieces on the whole planet. I'm obsessed with them. And I'm going to go in with a flat brush, and I'm going to use the same color that I used on that deep chocolate brown. I'm going to use that same color on my lower lash line here. I'm going to start with that, and then I'm going to go over it with the more cranberry color. Favorite TV shows? My favorite TV shows, okay, so now I'm going back in with this cranberry color and just smoking out this lash line, just going over that same line that I just made. My favorite TV shows, my probably top 2 would be Friends, is my number 1, and The Office is probably my number 2. In Friends, I literally have seen, my family is obsessed with Friends, we've always watched it together, and I could probably like sit down and just think about an episode in my head and be entertained. I'm going in now with the e.l.f. It doesn't have any information on it for me to give you, but it's just like a kohl liner, and it's just black, and I am putting this in my waterline. Yeah, just put that right in my waterline there. And then I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. liquid liner, and I'm just going to do a quick wing. I'm going to apply my lashes. Well, actually, I'm going to go ahead and put some mascara on before I put the glue on the lashes. Okay, so I'm going to go in with these Anastasia Cosmetic lashes, and I love these. I just recently tried these, and they are so easy to work with. Like, they bend really easily, and if you don't know what I mean, like when you like work with them, they bend and mold to your eye. The style that I'm using is they're called Legendary, and they're very fluffy and intense. I really like them a lot. We do have some lighter options as well, but we're obviously doing a pretty bold look, so I feel like these are appropriate. And I do have a discount code with them, and so if you all are interested in trying out these lashes, you can get 10% off. The discount code is Molly10. Oh, where's my lash glue? Come on, people. So now that I've done my eyes, I'm going to, and while that lash glue is drying, I'm going to go in with my concealer and just conceal like I always do. Highlight under my eyes here and take that up by my nose. And then someone asked, do you have siblings? And I do. I have 3 sisters. I have 2 older sisters, 1 younger sister, and then I have 2 brother-in-laws because both my sisters are married, and I have 2 future brother-in-laws because Connor has 2 brothers, and a future sister-in-law because Connor's brother is married. So between the 2 of us, we have a lot happening. Alright, I just went on my chin here, and then I'm going to go down my nose. You want the center of your nose to be light, and then if you're trying to slim it down, then you want this part of your nose to be where you don't see the concealer. You want that part to be darker. And it kind of helps to slim down your nose. Okay, and then I'm going to go in, I think I'm going to use just my Lancome setting powder, the Absolue powder. I love this powder because although it is a powder, it has a luminous finish. Okay, so, and then I just like to use the thing that comes with that. I find that it applies it really well. If I don't use that, then I usually just use like a dry sponge to apply it with. Okay, so now back to my lashes. So I'm going to use a pair of tweezers here, and I like to have a little compact mirror. You want to hold the mirror downwards, and I'm just going to use my tweezers, kind of lay this down in it at the end there, and then go back in the front and kind of pin that down as well. I just love these lashes. They're so gorgeous. I'm going to go in with my Too Faced bronzer. I'm not going to contour a ton. I'm just going to kind of give myself a nice bronze. Now I'm going in with this big fluffy brush using this e.l.f. I'm using a lot of e.l.f. today. I'm using those top blush colors. Yeah. And then I'm going in with this highlighting brush from Real Techniques. It's actually a setting brush, but I like it for highlight. And then I'm going to go in with the Sugar Glow kit. I'm going to use marshmallow and butterscotch. I'm going to mix those two together and just pop that right on. That was amazing. Every time, it's just so good. And I'm just going to pop that on the high points of my cheekbones. I'm just going in and contouring my nose a little bit more. Like I said, I like the darker points to be right here and then lighter down the center. Just slims down your nose a little bit. Then I'm going to go back in with the Moonstone highlighter and I'm going to dust that right here. I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty Liquid Matte lipstick in Wifey. This is my favorite nude lipstick right now at the moment. And usually when I do a bolder lip, I like to do a more a bolder eye. I like to do a more neutral lip. Alright guys, so that is it, I think. That is my finished makeup look. I'm going to set everything with the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. Alright guys, so that is it for today. This is my finished look and that is about all I have to talk about today. So if there are any questions that I didn't answer, any questions that you are wanting to ask me, feel free to message me on Instagram. I will link that down below for you guys if you don't follow me already. Thank you so much for tuning back in. I hope you enjoyed getting ready with me today. I hope you enjoyed this look, and if you do recreate it, please tag me in your pictures. I would love to see them. And yeah, that's it for today guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye guys. Okay, this is not going well. Why do I do this? I say the most random things. I had a lot of fun putting this together for you guys. I hope you enjoy. Really? If you